Hello everyone. So, welcome back to my class, okay? So, in this class, in this session, we're going to learn about the second subtopic from the first one, okay? From the first chapter of Form 2. Okay, so the subtopic for today is sequences, okay? So, the first learning standard, okay, is explain the meaning of sequence, okay? So we know that sequence is a set of numbers or object arranged according to a certain pattern. Okay? It's just as simple as that. Okay. Sequence is a set of number or object arranged according to a certain pattern. Certain patterns. Okay, remember that. Okay. The second subtopic. Okay. Patterns of a sequence. Okay. We know that in this subtopic, we are going to learn about sequences. But you need to use your prior knowledge from what you learned from the first subtopic in this subtopic. Okay? So, previous subtopic you have learned about patterns. So you will use it here. Okay, the first example. Determine whether each set of numbers is a sequence. So, it was given the set of number. Okay, so it is your job to determine whether it is a sequence or not. Okay, so what can we do? Okay, look at the first one. We have negative 10. Okay, and then it become negative 6. Okay, how can negative 10 become negative 6? Okay, so negative 10. Okay, we plus 4. Okay, negative 10 plus 4 will be negative 6. Am I right? Okay, next. Negative 6. We add another with positive 4. Negative 6 will become negative 2. Am I correct? And then negative 2 plus 4. We will get 2. And then 2 plus 4. We will get 6. Okay, so what can we say about the pattern? Okay, pattern, okay, add 4. So we can say that therefore, the set of number is a sequence. Okay, because each number we plus with 4, so we will get the next number. Okay, so look at the next example. Okay, B, you have 4 and then 5. Okay, in order to get 5 we need to plus 1. Okay, and then you have 5. The next number is negative 7. So how can 5 be negative 7? Okay, you need to minus 12. Am I right? Okay. Okay, next, negative 7 become 10. Okay, you must add 17. Okay, then 10 become negative 14. You need to minus 24. So, from this situation, can you see any pattern? No, right? Okay, so we can see that pattern is none. Okay? Okay, so therefore, the set of number is not a sequence. Okay, so settle with the first example. Okay, now we take a look at the next example. Okay, complete the number sequence below. Okay, so the first one, so we have 7 and then we have 13. Okay, So how 7 can be 13? We know that 7 plus 6. Okay, we can get 13. So the next number, okay, we must add 6. Okay, so 13 plus 6, we can get 19. Okay, 19 plus 6, you will get 25. 25 plus 6, you will get 31. And so on. Okay, you can calculate it yourself. Okay, next, the second one. Okay, the first one you have 88. Okay, the first one you have 88, but you don't have any clue what is the second number. But you have the third and the fourth one. Okay, so you can see what is the pattern between these two numbers. Okay, from 64 become 52. You must divide by 12. So it means the first number you need to, sorry, it's not divide, it's minus. Okay, so the first number you need to minus 12. Okay, so 88 minus 12, you can get 76. Okay, so the next box you have 52 divided by 12, you will get 40. Okay, and the last box, okay, 40 minus 12, you will get 28. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, C. Okay, the same thing. Okay, you can use 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the fourth number and the fifth number. Okay, you see the pattern. Okay, from this pattern, you can see that the number of decimal places is become more and more, right? So the first number you have 1 decimal places, and then here 3 decimal places, and then 4 decimal places. Okay, what should comes on your mind? Okay, it's either multiplication or division. That's it. Okay, so how to get it? Okay, you just simply divide these two numbers. Okay, when you divide these two numbers, you can get 0.3. Am I right? Okay, so it means, okay, from this number to get the next number, you need to times 0.3. Okay, so this number, okay, the second one, in order to get the next one, the third one, you need to multiply by 0.3. Okay, so you will get 0.09. Okay, the same goes to the next one. Okay, you need to multiply 0.3 and you will get 0.00243. Okay, now how to find the first box? How to find the first box? What can you do? Did you multiply it? No. What you need to do is, you know that the first box must multiply by 0.3, so it will get the second number. So you can just divide it. So 0.3 divide 0.3, you will get 1. So we check it again. So 1 times 0.3, you will get 0.3. So it's correct. So we are on the right track. Okay? Okay, now we look at D. So you have the third number and the fourth number. Okay, you have 1/3. And next number is 4/6. Okay, you can take your calculator. You can play with this number. Either divide, minus, plus, multiplication, multiply, okay, whatsoever. Okay, so from this number, okay, 1/3 to 4/6. Okay, so you try to minus 4/6 minus 1/3. Okay, you try to press your calculator. Okay, you will get 1 over 3. So it means you need to plus 1 over 3. Okay, so from 4 over 6, in order to get the next number, okay, you need to plus 1 over 3. Okay, so you will get 1. Okay, so how to find from 1 over 3 to find the previous number? Okay, it's just you minus it. Okay, 1 over 3 minus 1 over 3, you will get 0. And then reverse. Okay, reverse, you need to minus 1 over 3, and you will get negative 1 over 3. Okay, as simple as that. Okay, now we proceed with example 8. Okay, in example 8, okay, the question asks you to complete the number sequences below based on the given pattern. Okay, so the first one, okay, subtract 4 from the previous number. Okay, so 96 minus 4, you will get 92. 92 minus 4, 88, minus 4, 84, minus 4, 80, and final one, minus 4, you will get 76. Okay, next B, multiply the previous number by 3. Okay, 7 times 3, 21, times 3, 63, times 3, 189. Then you will get 567 and 1701. Okay, C, subtract 8 from the previous number. Okay, 21.3. Subtract 8, you will get 13.3, and then minus another 8, 5.3, negative 2.7, negative 10.7, and finally negative 18.7. Okay, D, divide the previous number by 5. Okay, so 400 divided by 5, you will get 80, divide by 5, 16, divide by 5, 3.2, divide by 5, 0.64, divide by 5, 0.128. Okay, just follow the whatever the question asks you to do. Okay, okay. So for the self-practice, okay, so number 1, determine whether each set of number is a sequence. Okay, so I want you to do this by your own. Okay, you can refer to the previous example. Okay. Okay, after you finish it, I want you to upload it in Google Classroom. Okay, later I will assign the assignment over there, so you can check it out later. Okay. So there are question number 1, question number 2, and question number 3. Okay. So we proceed to the last subtopic of the chapter. Okay. Subtopic 1.3, patterns and sequence. Okay, so the first learning standard is, okay, make generalization about the pattern of a sequence using numbers, word, and algebraic expressions. So you will learn about 3 things over here. Okay, how to make generalization using numbers, okay, words, and finally algebraic expression. Okay, so look at the first example. Okay, describe the pattern for the number sequence 1, 9, 17, 25, 33, and so on by using numbers, words, and algebraic expression. Okay, so the first part, okay, for the first one, I will use numbers. Okay, numbers. Okay, so what can you do? Okay, it's the same like the previous example. Okay, for example, you have this. Okay, so we need to check one by one. Okay, so we know that from the first number to the next one, okay, we need to plus 8. Okay, all the numbers you need to plus 8. Okay, so how to write? So therefore, the pattern is plus 8. Okay, next B, how to write in words? Okay, in words, okay, you need to write like this. Okay, therefore, the pattern for the above sequence is add 8 to the previous number. Okay, simple, right? And finally, the third type, okay, how to write the pattern by using algebraic expression. Okay, I need to do it like this. Okay, so the first one we have 1, okay, and then we have 9, 17, 25, 33. Okay, so how to get 1? Okay, so we know we write 1, and then we know to get to the next number we need to plus 8. Okay, next, the second, okay, to get the next number you need to plus 8. Okay, but here if you look here, okay, 1 plus 8 is 9. You will get the next number already. Okay, how to make sure 1 plus 8 to get 1? Okay, so we know that 1 plus 0 is 1. So you need to make sure this number will become 0. Okay, so you need to multiply it by 0. Okay, and then the next number, okay, 1 plus 8, you will get 9. Okay, the third number, okay, 1 plus 8, you will get 9. You plus another 8, you will get 17. Okay, so this part, okay, actually I can rewrite it as, okay, 1 plus how many times of 8? Okay, so you have 2 times of 8. Okay, so you can write it like this, 8 times 2. Okay, and the third number, okay, you can write it as, okay, 1 plus 8, you will get 9, plus 8, you will get 17, not yet 25. Then you plus another 8, you will get 25. Okay, so I can rewrite it as 1 plus, okay, how many times of 8? 3 times. So 8 times 3. Okay, can you see that? Okay, can you see the pattern? Okay, so I want to make sure, okay, that in the bracket, okay, 0, okay, this one, no bracket, 2 and 3. Okay, if possible, I would try to make it as a consecutive number. Okay, so after 0 over here, you can write as 1. Okay, because there's only one 8. Okay, so 8 times 1 will get 8. Okay, so okay, I highlight it here. Okay, so the first one, algebraic expression, okay, you get this. Okay, this is the second one. Okay, this is the third one. And this is the fourth one. Okay, so I try to rewrite it. Okay, so I delete this one, I erase it. Okay, I will write it over here. Okay, so 1. Okay, how can you write it? 1 plus, okay, you know, to get the next number, okay, you need to plus 8. Okay, but 1 plus 8 is 9. So how can you make sure that this 8 becomes 0? Because 1 plus 0 is 1. So you times it with 0. Okay, next is 9. And then you repeat the previous one. So 1 plus 8. Okay, the next number is 1 in the bracket. Okay, next 17. 1 plus 8. Okay, this will become 2. So is it correct? 8 times 2 is 16, plus 1 is 17. And the next number is 25. 1 plus 8 times 3. Okay? So how can you write it? Okay. How can you write the conclusion? Okay. Therefore, the pattern for the number sequence can be expressed as 1 plus 8n. Okay, you see the repeated numbers, sorry, not repeated numbers. Okay, these are pattern, okay, the consecutive numbers 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, you can change it to n, okay, where this n will be changing for each number. Okay, and then where n is equals to, okay, we start with 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, so that's the way you write the pattern of the sequence by using algebraic expression. Okay, we continue with the next subtopic. Okay, terms of a sequence. Okay, the learning standard is determine specific term of a sequence. Okay, okay. Before that, okay, I want to go back to the previous one. Okay. Okay, by these numbers, okay, for example, example 9, okay, you can say that, okay, 1 is the first term. This is first term. Term number 1. Okay, 9 is the second term. Or term number 2 and so on. So this is term number 1, term number 2, term number 3, term number 4, term number 5 and so on. Or first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term and so on. Okay? Okay, now we can go back to the next subtopic. Okay, look here. The nth term is a number sequence of, the nth term is a number sequence and is written as Tn, whereby T is the term and n is the position of the term. Okay, so we call this Tn as n term. Okay, for example, you have 4, 8, 12 and 16. Okay, from the sequence above, okay, the first term, okay, this is the first term is 4. Okay, the second term is 8. The third term is 12. The fourth term is 16. And you can write it as T1, T2, T3 and T4 and so on. Okay. Okay, we look example 10. Okay, state the fifth term for the following number sequence. Okay, so over here you can do it manually. Okay, for example, okay, you know from 2 how to get 10. Okay, so 2 plus 8, you will get 10, and 10 plus another 8, you will get 18. So you know that. So in order to get the next number, you must add 8 to the previous one. Okay, so we try to write it like this. Okay, so we know that. Okay, T1, the first term is 2. The second term, T2, is 10. The third term, T3, is 18. And the fourth term, T4, okay, 18 plus 8, you will get 26. And the fifth term, okay, 26 plus 8, you will get 34. Okay, you know that. Okay, you need to plus 8 from the previous number. Okay, this you can do it manually. Okay, how can I do it using what you have learned before? For example, algebraic expression 1. Okay, so okay, you know that. Okay, 2. Okay, I write 2 here. Okay, in order to get the next number, you must, okay, 2 plus 8, you will get 10, right? So this part, okay, you put times 0. Okay, just like the previous example. Okay, 8 times 0, 0 plus 2 is 2. So next one, 10. 2 plus 8 times 1. Next, 18 equals to 2 plus 8 times 2. Okay, so I would like to do the generalization first. Okay, so this one, okay, in terms of algebraic expression, we can write it as 2 plus 8n, where n equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, from this algebraic expression, okay, so from this algebraic expression, okay, I know that if n equals to 0, this is first term. Okay, if n equals to 1, this is second term. If n equals to 2, this is the third term. When n equals to 3, this is the fourth term. And when n equals to 4, this is the fifth term. Okay, so if you want to write, okay, the fifth term, T5, okay, so you can write it as 2 plus 8 times, okay, this is 5, okay, you minus 1, so 4. Okay, so 8 times 4 plus 2, you will get 34. Okay, so this is the textbook way. Okay, there's another way. Okay, it's like the one you will learn in at maths later. Okay, so you can text me later so I can teach you that one. So but in this class, okay, we will focus on the method that are stated in the textbook. Okay, so I hope you clear with this example. Okay, next example 11. Okay, given the number sequence 65, 60, 55, 50, okay, determine which term is the number sequence is 40. Okay, okay, so over here you can do it manually also. Okay, so you have 65. Okay, the next number, you need to subtract 5. Okay, so you will get 6t. So the next number, subtract another 5, so you will get 55, 50, 45, 40. Okay, over here, we know that okay, so this is the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term, and sixth term. Or term number 1, term number 2, term number 3, term number 4, and so on. Okay, so from this solution, okay, from this sequence, we know that 40 is the sixth term. Okay. Okay, so I hope you're clear with the example. Okay, next we proceed to the last subtopic, okay, problem solving the problems. Okay, so the learning standard is solve problems involving sequences. Okay, so example 12. Okay, so over here you have, okay, what is that thing? Okay, so it is an automatic fish feeder. Okay, so look at the specification. Okay, container size moderate, dried food and pellet may be used. A timer is used to arrange feeding time. Use the latest technology to prevent food from getting moist or stuck in the container. Can get operated manually or automatically. The last one is digital screen display. Okay, so the question is, the picture shows an automatic fish feeder and its specification. If Ng Wei decides to feed the fishes 4 times, okay, try to highlight it first, okay, 4 times a day, with the first feeding time is 7:35 a.m. At what time should he feed the fish for the third feeding? Okay, so over here, okay, you try to write it systematically. Okay, so the first part, okay, we need to understand the problem. Okay, so you need to find time for the third feeding. Okay, next one, okay, you need to plan. Okay, plan the strategy. Okay, how can you plan it? Okay, so we know that, okay, one day we have 24 hours. Okay, we know that Ng Wei wants to feed the fishes 4 times a day. Okay, so we try to find the time for each feed. Okay, so 24 divided by 6, we get 6 hours. Okay, so we know that the time interval for each feed is 6 hours. Okay, next, number 3. Okay, implementing the strategy. Implementing the strategy. Okay, first you need to lay out the pattern of the time. Okay, pattern. Okay, plus 6 hours. Okay, so the first feeding or the first term is at 7:35 a.m. Okay, the next feeding or the second feeding, the second term, okay, what you need to do is 7:35 a.m. you plus 6 hours. So you will get 1:35 p.m. So the third feeding, okay, what the question asks you to find, right? the third feeding. Okay, so 1:35 p.m. you add another 6 hours and you will get 7:35 p.m. Okay, so we know that the first feeding will be on 7:35 a.m. The second feeding is on 1:35 p.m. and the third feeding will occur on 7:35 p.m. Okay, so finally, okay, you draw the conclusion. Okay, so hence fishes are fed for the third time at 7:35 p.m. Okay, so that's how you solve the problem. Okay, you need to do some strategies. Okay, so for this example, okay, I do 4 steps. First, you need to understand the problem. Next, plan the strategy. Then implementing the strategy. And finally, you do a conclusion. Okay, and then this is your second task for today. Okay, self-practice 1.3. Okay, I want you to try to complete question number 1, question number 2, number 3, and number 4. Okay, I think the question is not that tough. Okay, so I give you 1 week. Okay, tomorrow I will assign all this question inside our Google Classroom. Okay, and then you can finish your assignment and you submit it there. Okay, so please don't forget to comment down below your name and your class for attendance, and then you fill in another Google form for your attendance. Okay, so I will post the link in our WhatsApp group. Okay, so please okay, if you don't understand, okay, you rewind this video, you can replay it as many as you want. Okay, as many times as you want until you understand. Okay, and anything, if you don't understand, if you need a further explanation, you can reach me via WhatsApp or Telegram. Okay, or you can comment it in the Google Classroom. Comment there. Okay, so I think that's all for today's class. Okay, see you next time. Okay, thank you very much.